Hey guys, this is part one of removing an engine on a 2008 Nissan Maxima. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight on what needs to be removed, or well, what I removed anyways, so that I can get the motor out. We've already replaced this motor once. The owner that got it, the new motor, got it from a junkyard and it ended up being bad. So this is the second time around, so I figured I'd record a little bit. Just hopefully this will help some people out that need to do it in the garage or in the driveway or whatnot. So the first thing I removed was I took off the air cleaner and the air box. That was right here. I also removed the battery holder, and then I removed the radiator and the radiator fan. Don't forget to drain the fluid first, or you're gonna end up with a big puddle. Couple things to note when you're doing this. I took the intake off just to get it a little bit easier to get at. There are some clips back here. These green clips, they go on a bracket on the back of the intake. They need to come off. And then there's this hose here, one hose, two hose. Here's a hose over here, three, and then one right here. So there's about roughly four hoses to come off. You're going to need the gas line remover to remove the gas line as well. Once you get this far, you're pretty much halfway there. You just need to get the harness out of the way. So what I do is I flip the harness down towards the front, okay? Once you get this far, the next steps are you're going to need to remove the motor mounts. There's one here. There's one on the other side, one in the front, and obviously the transmission's holding up the back. So once you get that far and you remove the motor mounts, you need to take off the exhaust. So there's obviously exhaust on each side. I'm just going to unclip the O2 sensors and leave them hanging. On the other side, though, on the firewall side, the way they did it is they put the exhaust underneath the axle. So you're going to have to definitely take that exhaust completely off from the header. Just remove it from the header. You can leave the header on. But once you do that, then once you take the motor mounts off and the exhaust, then you just need to get the transmission bolts out. Once the transmission bolts come out, then you'll need to take off the front of this stuff. So you got the alternator, the power steering pump, and the AC condenser. Once you take that stuff off, there's bolts obviously on the flywheel. There's four nuts that you'll have to remove off the flywheel bolts. So you'll probably need some help or have somebody spin the flywheel so that you can get at it. We spun it from the crank side so that it's easier to get to the bolt. So you need one person at the inspection plate so you can see where the bolts are to remove, and then that's it. So I'm gonna make some more videos about this once I get further into the process, but I wanted to give you, again, like I said, a little bit of advice on how to do this. I have the new motors right here on the stand. I've already swapped over some stuff, and I've already stripped some stuff off. So over here is the front end. This is the front where you have to take stuff off. So you got make sure you take your belts off, make sure you take your AC condenser off, make sure you take your alternator off, power steering, make sure you make sure all your hoses are off, all that stuff. So here's the clips I was talking about. So these clips right here on the intake, they'll hang you up. These are a few rail lines. If you don't take these clips off, they're connected to the harness, you won't be able to lift this up. One other thing to note too is there's two bolts here. This is the intake bracket support. So if you don't remove those bolts as well, you're going to run into an issue. All right. So make sure you take those off. And then over here on the back of the motor, these are where your flywheel goes through the crank here. What else is there? So I think that's it. Here's a motor mount for one side. There's no mount on this one, so we'll have to take it off the other motor. So, but there's three mounts altogether. One on the left, one on the right, one on the front. So Again, hopefully this helps somebody out. We took the hood off as well to make it a little bit easier for us. So also when you get over here to do this front mount, I like to take out the bottle. You can remove the power steering filler, and also the push this fuse box out of the way, and you'll be able to get to the mount over here. All right. So make sure you change your intake gasket too. They're only supposed to be used once. So this is it. I'll post this and I'll be back with some more videos. Thanks for watching.